Hey, what is up, y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brianna Lynn, aka the Glampire Slayer, and today we will be doing the first ever Halloween video for this channel. It's gonna be a simple Halloween look that anyone can do. There'll be just a tad of blood involved. It's a lovesick look, and I will insert a photo here. So we'll be doing our own take on that look, and it should be super simple. So starting this month, I'm trying to be way more consistent with YouTube, and I am trying to upload 2 videos a week. Now I definitely am going to upload something on Sundays, and I'm trying to figure out what the other day will be. It'll either be Thursday or Friday. So definitely on Sundays, I want to do, at least for this month, a Halloween look, and then the other day I'll do like a glam look or a challenge look. You'll be really excited for next week's video, which will be out on Thursday. So if you are interested in beauty content and in any Halloween looks, this is the channel for you. So I would recommend that you subscribe to my channel. You also want to give this video a big thumbs up, and you want to hit the bell icon so you get notifications every time I post. And without further ado, let's get into this video.
Baby, can you walk with me? Talk to me. Tell me all the things that you want from me. I can keep you company. Give it all to me. Doing things that you like, got you stuck on me. Can you walk with me? Talk to me. Tell me all the things that you want from me. I can keep you company. Give it all to me. Doing things that you like, got you stuck.
So to start out this look, I want to show you how I do my eyebrows. Now, my approach to doing eyebrows is pretty weird. I call it trust the crust. I got that line from another makeup artist that I watch on Facebook. So basically that means that it's going to start out looking ugly, but with concealer, you can clean it up. The product I like to use is the Ardell Brow Liberty Micro Brow Pencil. I got this from Sally's. I was looking for a sort of brow defining pencil that is similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but I couldn't find one, and this is cheap and I love it. So I've started using this and I fell in love. So I always start by brushing my eyebrows up. For me, that's easiest. It helps me draw the bottom line of my eyebrows. So you want to get in close to your mirror. You just want to start making some strokes. Then I begin to align under my brow. Remember what I said, trust the crust. This is gonna look crazy until I clean it with concealer. So I'll take it about here. I wanna start drawing my arch in. So you can see that line that I've drawn. Now, in no means am I doing a natural eyebrow look. I am not one of the people that like my eyebrows to look all nice and fluffy and natural. I like a sharp brow with an arch. I like to be extra. Only time I ever do that is if I'm doing an everyday look. Otherwise, I want my brows to be super arched and extra. So now I'm just going in and I'm filling in everywhere that is kind of light. Now I'm gonna start lining the top of the eyebrow. So what I like to do is take my pencil and I just push it down like that, push my eyebrows down, and then I start drawing. And I get about there. And so that's the basic shape of my eyebrow. I'm gonna finesse it a little bit. What I like to do, since my eyes are kind of, I feel like they're kind of short, I like to bring the line of my eyebrow out a little bit more to about there. So now my eyebrows look absolutely ridiculous, but here's the best part. Most of the time I'll connect it in the center just to make sure that it looks even. I'll create a unibrow that'll make sure that my eyebrows are even, and then I'll cover this in concealer or just erase it. But for today, I'm not gonna do that. I can basically tell that they're even, and it is what it is. They're as even as they're gonna be. They're cousins, not twins, or sisters, not twins, however you want to say it. Now I'm gonna go into concealer. I am going to be using my Fenty Beauty concealer. This is my tried and true concealer. This is in shade 370. I'm just gonna apply some to the back of my hand. I'm running out. So I'm gonna try and be cautious with how much I'm using. I will be using a flat brush. You want it to be flat and short. This is the Morphe M421 brush. Morphe is my tried and true when it comes to brushes. I only basically use them. They just have really good quality brushes for a cheap price, and I love them. So I like to squeeze this brush just to make the edge flatter. Then I dip into the back of my hand, into that concealer. And this is only for under the brow. I'm gonna go in and start cleaning up the brow. I have to get really close in the mirror to do it, just so I can see it, because I'm blind. So I cleaned up the bottom of my brows, and now I'm gonna go to the top. So for the top, I use foundation. I don't have a concealer that's closer to my skin tone, and I want the top to be not highlighted. I want it to be this color of my skin. Today I'm gonna be using Born This Way by Too Faced. Sorry it's a little dirty, but this is the foundation, and this is in shade Chai. I'm gonna put a pump on the back of my hand. Gonna be dipping in with the same brush. I just wiped it off to make sure there's no excess of the lighter color. So now you can see this brow versus this brow. It's a lot cleaner. It's a lot more curved. This one's more pointed. That's what concealer can do for you. That's what foundation on your eyebrows can do for you. It really helps just trust in the crust. Okay, so now that I have concealed both brows, what you want to do is start creating that fade in the center. And how I do that is I take a spoolie or whatever comes with your eyebrow pencil, you turn it backwards and you start pulling your eyebrow or the color, the pigment, forward. I'm just gonna go like this. You see how it's starting to fade? That's what we want. Okay, I feel like I've gotten a good fade. And what I like to do is just take my finger, put it through the center. Then I just do that a little bit more, but now I'm pulling inward. See? Inward. Then I do that again. Now I like to pat. There you go. That's how I do my eyebrows. So now let's get into the eye makeup look. So to start off, you want to clean off that same eyebrow brush that you were using. And you want to just clean up this concealer that's under your eyes. That's under your eyebrows. Just want to clean it up and fade it down towards your eyelid. Now in this next step, I'm going to be using white concealer. You don't have to use pure white, but you want to use a light concealer because I am going to be using high pigmented colors and you want them to pop. So the white concealer that I like to use is by Morphe. It is the lightest shade concealer that they have. You do not have to get this light of a color. You can get like a shade higher, you can get like a light beige color, but I like to use white because it gives you the purest color. So this is in shade CO.0 and I am going to start applying that to my eyelids. This will give you a blank canvas. Start with one eye at a time, just because it'll start creasing, especially if you have hooded eyes. I like to take this sort of fluffy brush. This is a Morphe R33 brush, but really any thick fluffy brush will work. It needs to be dense. That way it'll blend out this concealer. So now the white is all blended out. Don't worry about it looking a mess. We'll clean it up later. So I'm going to be using two palettes. I'm going to be using the James Charles palette and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild 40 palette. I just want to get a really pure red color. So we're starting out with this small detail brush. This is a round brush and it really gets into your crease. I'm going to start by packing on red with this. Use pure red shade. You just want to start packing that on. You want to make sure that you are packing this in your crease. It's like creating a rainbow, a little arc. We will blend it out after. So there we go. Now you want to get a blending brush, sort of like this, a big fluffy brush. You just want to start buffing out the edges. I like to go in circular motions. You can also go in windshield wiper motions. both work. Going back in with that small brush, grabbing more red, I'm just gonna bring it higher. Okay, brought it high enough. Now I'm gonna take that blending brush again and blend out the edges. If you ever have trouble blending out the edges of your eyeshadow, you can take a neutral color that is similar to your skin tone, take it very lightly, and blend that around the edges. It'll start to diffuse the color. Just gonna pack on some more red. We want this to be vibrant. Now you can fill in the center of your eyelid. You want to make sure that you're getting it down to the lash line. Don't want any of that white showing. Now keep in mind that this is a pressed pigment in the James Charles palette. So if you're using that, be careful when you're blending. You're going to need to really pack the color on before you start blending, unless it will disappear. Wow, I'm kind of into this monochrome look. I almost never do looks like this. Just gonna take the blender one more time and sweep around. Wow, so we're red. There we go. So that's nice and blended. And I'm gonna do the other eye off camera just to get it even. So for now, we're just gonna continue and do the rest of the face. So I'm going to start by color correcting my face. Basically, color correcting is using either a red, a green, or a purple concealer to cover up dark spots in your face. So basically, I have dark spots under my eyes, around my nose, and around my mouth, and then all of these spots from breakouts. So that's what I like to cover it up with. I am going to be using the Dragun Beauty Dragunfire Skin Perfecting Potion. This is by Nikita Dragun, and I'm obsessed with it. As you can see, it's basically empty now. So I'm gonna try and get as much out of it as I can. Placing this under. Now I'm just gonna take this Juno sponge. It's a microfiber sponge, and I'm going to blend it out. Alright, now that my face is all orange, my teeth look really white. I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, shade Shy, same thing that I used on my eyebrows. And I'm gonna grab this sponge. This is also a microfiber sponge. I'm just gonna blend it out. Now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer right under my eyes. Also applying the concealer in the center of my head and in the center of my nose. When choosing a concealer, you want to go about, it depends how brightening you want. I like to be very brightening, so I have, let me think. I wear shade, in Fenty Beauty, I wear shade, the lightest shade I wear is 380. So this is 370, so this is 2 shades lighter because I believe this is 375. I also wear 400 and I also wear 410 and I still use the same concealer. So it just depends how drastic of a contrast you want. I am going to start contouring my face. Now I am using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. This is in shade C16. It's not that dark. It's probably like 2 shades darker than me, maybe. Just want to carve out my cheekbones. And I'll go in later and contour my neck. And I'll go in later and contour my nose. You want to put some around your forehead. So I use this angled fluffy brush for my contour, and I'm going to blend that out. If you ever place too much contour on your face, you just go back in with the same beauty blender that you use to either conceal or to put on foundation. You just tap that around. Next, what I want to do is set under my eyes. So you want to grab your setting powder. I'll be using this Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. This is in shade Medium 02. It's kind of like banana, but it's a little bit more almond colored. You want to take your beauty blender and just smooth out any creasing under your eye. Then you want to take another beauty blender. You want to dip into that powder. Place it right over where you put your concealer. And I'm going to take some directly in the center, some on my forehead, some on my chin, some around my mouth. Now I'm gonna go in with my powder contour. I am using this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette. I believe there are a few of them. I have 2 different ones that look kind of different, but they don't have any difference in the packaging. This one just is a little bit more red and that one's a little bit more neutral toned. I basically swipe these 3 and contour with it. This helps bronze as well because it has that orangey red color. You want to take it and just set everywhere you just put that contour. If you put too much, don't worry, I will teach you how to fix that, because we are gonna go in with another powder. So this side has like way too much contour. This side's kind of fine. Now I'm just gonna cut the contour on my cheeks. This helps define your cheekbones. I'm gonna take this flat side of this beauty blender, and right under this contour, I'm going to make a line of powder. Right there. This helps define my cheekbones. This is a technique that a lot of drag queens use, and I love it. I live. So now I'm just gonna quickly go in and do some nose contour. Basically, it snatches your nose a little bit. Okay, now my nose is contoured. I am going to take all of this off of my face. I like to use this small powder brush and swipe it all the way. Now that this powder is all off, I'm gonna go in with a skin toned powder and finish it off. This is the Sephora Matte Perfection Powder in shade 64 Neutral Mocha. It's just a powder foundation, but I'm gonna use it to neutralize a little bit of this contour and everything else on my face. If you feel that your under eye is too bright, you can drag this under it and it will neutralize it. But please make sure that this is the color of your skin, because if it's not, if it's too light or too dark, you will look crazy. So now we're gonna add blush to the face. Now, since this is a lovesick look, we're gonna do this in a different way. We're going to put stickers on our face, okay? These heart stickers will sit there while I put blush on my face. And then we'll peel them off and we'll have little hearts all over our face. Won't that be cute? I think it'd be cute. So I bought all these different heart stickers from Amazon. Gonna use a bunch of different sizes. I'm gonna use these and probably these, so that we get a variety of sizes. I'm just gonna start placing them on my face.
think that I have enough stickers on my face now. I'm just gonna make sure that I really press down on them.
We're gonna go in with blush. For blush, I always use the BH Cosmetics Nouveau Neutrals palette. This is my favorite. I showed it in my last video, but I always use this color. What you want to do is you just want to tap on top. And smile. Love blush. Now I'm gonna put some on my nose. Just so you seem flushed like you have a fever. And now, to make them even more impactful, what you want to do is you want to take that same red that we use for our eyes on a brush. You want to lightly make spots around the hearts. Okay. Now we are going to highlight while these stickers are still on. I am using Fenty Beauty Rosé on Ice. This is my basic highlight that I use in every look. See that? Now, I'm gonna do something really risky and weird. I'm gonna make my nose extremely red. I'm gonna dip into that red shadow. And I'm gonna really get that on my nose. Keep in mind, I am supposed to look sick. Start by putting on some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is my favorite mascara. This little brush is the best for bottom lashes. It also works really well for my regular lashes. So I just put glue on my lashes. While those start to dry, I am gonna work a little bit more on these hearts. What we're gonna use this burgundy color here. So I'm just gonna use this brush that I was using already. This is gonna make it show up a little bit darker. So now we are going to do the lips. I am going to start with lining my lips with this Rimmel London Exaggerate Full Lip Liner. This is in shade Red Diva 024. Now I've lined my lips with red liner. So I'm going to take this Lasting Finish by Kate red lipstick by Rimmel London, and I'm going to fill in my lips. What I want to do is I'm going to start taking off all of these stickers. We're going to work on those. Might be easier for these tweezers. Gonna add a little bit of gloss to my lips. I'm using this Morphe gloss in shade Bewitched. It's a shimmer. Now with this little tiny detail brush, we're going in with blood. So I'm gonna take this brush and I'm going to dip into the blood and I'm gonna just make little outlines on these hearts. Let's see if this works. It works. Just gotta be patient. So now I'm gonna finish off the eyes, and to do that, I'm just gonna add some of this lip gloss to the eyelid. So this is the final look, and I hope you guys love it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know in the comments what you want to see for the rest of the Halloween series this month. Gonna try and mix it up a little. This one's a little bit more calm. I'm gonna try and do something really gory. So just let me know if you have any ideas. You can also DM them to me on Instagram. Otherwise, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give this video a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also remember to hit the bell icon so you get notifications every time I post. Remember to follow me on all of my social media, which will be at the end of this video, and it will be linked down below. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Bye.